I'll make it simple. They're in a kind of doubt that when others see them, they become doubtful. They become doubtful. So it's, you know how you have someone sick, but that sickness is infectious? The next generation is in a kind of in limbo that anybody that comes around them that was even thinking about Islam, they're a non-Muslim thinking about Islam, when they come into contact with this next generation of Muslims, they get disturbed. Why should they even consider Islam? And then notice a new word for doubt is being used based on raib. The first doubt I talked about was shak. This word is murib, from raib. Like ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ, in the beginning of the Quran. The word raib actually means a kind of doubt that it disturbs you. Raib has disturbance in it, ittirar in it. So now there are people that are becoming disturbed about their faith. They're getting disturbed by being around this next generation of Muslims. It hurts the heart to be around them. And they're spreading disturbance, meaning they're spreading an image of the religion. They're spreading an impression of the religion that instead of when you hear about Islam, it should bring calm to your heart, right? But no, this next generation is spreading a kind of Islam by the way they live now in doubt themselves, that when others see this Islam, it actually bothers them. They're spreading a bothersome kind of doubt about this religion, like it's something evil, something you should be disturbed about, you be unsure about. And that's how the religion is lost over generations. That's the consequence of what we find ourselves in. And this horrifying reality that is described in just these few words, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ أُورِثُوا الْكِتَابَ مِنْ بَعْدِهِمْ لَفِي شَكٍّ مِّنْهُ مُرِيبٍ. This reality, it seems so hopeless, because what does it seem to tell you? That Islam is being lost and then more lost and then more lost after every generation. And instead of the next generation finding stronger Iman and stronger, conviction, they're actually now doubt is spreading. Skepticism is spreading. Agnosticism is spreading. Internal conflicts about Islam are spreading. Criticism of the Quran, of the Sunnah, and then eventually everything is fair game. So now a Muslim can ask, how could the Prophet do this? How come the Quran says that? How come this? How come that? As if the Quran should be doubted in, right? The book that began with La Rayba Fi, it becomes common for the next generation to pose questions to the Quran as if it's something disturbing and bothersome that doesn't sit well. So now Islam is associated with disturbance, not harmony and peace. This is the conflict that has been described in this ayat. Very serious, very heavy stuff. And in face of this conflict, Allah reveals what the Prophet should do. So now, as I end this, I want to tell you what's going to happen in the next khutbah, inshallah ta'ala. Which is, the Prophet ﷺ was told that when he has come in the time in Mecca, by the time he's come, there have been generations of people that received the Torah, received the Injil, and they've gone through this process. The one that I'm describing as if you and I are going through it now, our generations are going through it now. There are people that came before us, they already went through this. And things have gotten really, really bad. And then the Prophet is being told, this is the audience you have to deal with. This is who you have to deal with. Now the problem with what he's told is, you're telling me that these people already know and they still don't follow. So if I teach them, I'm teaching them something they already what? They already know. And these people are messed up and they have baghi between them, not because they don't know, but because they already know. So me teaching them what they already know and reinforcing it is not going to do any better for them. It'll only increase them in more baghi. And their next generation is actually disturbed about the faith even more. They don't even want to know anymore. So the Prophet is being told essentially, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that you have a nearly impossible audience to give your message to. It's like a hopeless cause, right? So why is he even being given this mission if they're so impossible? What's he supposed to do? In the next ayah, after describing this problem, after describing this issue, then Allah will tell the Prophet ﷺ, what do I expect from you? Because the messenger was sent sallallahu alaihi wasallam to preach the message of Islam to the mushrikun of Makkah and to the people of the book in Medina and beyond, right? So there's two basic audiences, the Jews, Christians later on, and early on the mushrikun. In these ayat, Allah told him that kabura ala al-mushrikina ma tad'uhum ilayhi. It's really hard for the mushrikeen to accept, to listen to what you're saying to them, what you're calling them to. It's hard, they're not going to accept it. So first ayah, ayah number 12, 13, he told them, mushrikun, hard sell. Next ayah, okay, at least the Jews and Christians will be easier because they know, no, they fell into conflict even after knowing. And their next generation, lost cause. Then, well, these are my audiences, and you've told me they're impossible to deal with. Then he's told what he should do. And that's what we are going to come to now. That's going to be ayah number 15 of this remarkable passage. فَلِذَلِكَ فَدْعُ. That's what the next khutbah is going to be about. The mandate of the Prophet ﷺ in face of all of this. So Allah does not give us a mission without first having us understand the seriousness of the problem. So that's what he's done in these ayat. He helps us understand the seriousness of the problem and then given the Rasul ﷺ the mandate. And we're going to have to really understand that mandate because by extension, that becomes our mandate. May Allah Azza wa Jal help us understand, internalize, and live up to that mandate that was given to our Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so we can reverse this negative tide and bring back what is supposed to be brought back, the deen of fitrah. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikri al-Hakim.